And it's spotted at the 47 yards.
Okay.
Just start going, and then no matter what, it'll pick us up.
And we are coming at you live, folks, from beautiful American Fork, Utah. It's Friday Night Lights. I'm Mike Goodkind. That's Garrett Thompson. And, folks, a matchup for the ages. We got Lone Peak and American Fork here. A little late in the game, GT, but better late than ever.
Absolutely, Mike. Struggled a little bit setting up and had to talk to a few folks, but we are out here and reporting live on this game for you at KSLSports.com.
And there's a sack in the backfield. It was a joint sack. And Cooper Stosich takes down the quarterback, David Gaisford. And it's going to be a second and long here. From their own 45-yard line, the first possession, GT, was a quick 3 and out for the number one team in the state, Lone Peak. And here we go from their own 45, second long. Gaisford takes the snap. He's going to fire this one left, finds a man. He's got some room to run, and he makes his way to the opposite 40-yard line. That was a great completion.
Fantastic throw there by Gaisford. Has a 62% completion percentage through 6 games so far. And he looks to throw on almost every play. Kind of the exact opposite of Kepa, QB for Lone Peak. Runs a lot, will look to pass, but they also have a phenomenal run game that they can rely on as well.
Cade Wilkinson, his 40th reception of the year. Gaisford from the shotgun and fires that one on the screen. He's got room to run, and he makes his way to the 30-yard line. Another completion for a first down. It's Will Main, his 44th reception of the season.
Yeah, Will, second in receiving yards on this American Fork team. He's got 88 a game, averaging about 12 yards a catch. So it's not just getting to that spot on the route. It's what he can do with the ball after the catch. And as you can see, he did a phenomenal job there for another Cavemen first down.
And again, he's going to fire that one down the right sideline. They want a flag, and they're going to get one. And it was really good field division for the quarterback, David Gaisford Jr. It's going to be a pass interference. They're going to move this thing. And they're going to get Landon Goff with the penalty. And this is going to be moved to the 15-yard line. And Milo is going to get charged with that one. Here we go, over the middle, and another completion from David Gaisford to Wilkinson. And he makes his way to the 6-yard line, GT. Eight minutes and 20 seconds here. As Gaisford from the shotgun here from the opposite 6-yard line. Great field position for their first drive. Hands it off up the pipe, and it was a great tackle by number 9, Augustin Gomez. Junior Tahi, rather. Junior Tahi on the tackle. Gaisford, and did he get the defense to jump? And it looks like they're going to get him. With an offside call, it's going to go down to the 1-yard line, GT.
Phenomenal job there by the offense getting the defense to jump. And just a small tidbit here, but this is the first game where our officials are mic'd up. So we got those calls as they are coming to you.
It is nice. I'm not going to lie, GT, our view is not the best in the world. We are to the left of the press box, but nonetheless, we're here. Gaisford takes the snap. He's going to fire this one into the end zone and out of reach. Again, for He goes number 82 again, GT, Cash Thais. And Gaisford here, taking the call from the sideline. 7 minutes, 29 seconds. The clock is stopped off the incompletion. Gaisford takes the snap. He's going to fire a screen pass, and he makes his way into the end zone. Bounces one in for a touchdown. It was number 7, Will Main.
Great catch there by Will Main. American Fork does not look to run the ball a whole lot, but great drive, made it to the red zone, and finished with a score there.
And the point after for American Fork, Lewis connects here, as it was straight through the uprights, and a 7-0 Cavemen lead. And we will stand by here, folks, for some reads. And, folks, we're telling you right now, Skin Science is presenting the sponsor of Lone Peak Football. Start your journey as an esthetician today. You can visit SkinScienceInstitute.com to schedule a tour or enroll now. Skin Science, GT. And also Burt Brothers, where auto care is done better, GT. Burt Brothers. Also brought to you by 2 for $100 million commercial loans called Popular Commercial Lending Group at 801-694-6281. GT, here we go. Number 1 team in the state. Lone Peak in a hole here, down 7-0 to the American Fork Cavemen, a team that is 2-4 in the season and hasn't won a game in region play, obviously, yet.
Yeah, and as you know, this is a tough division, tough region. We're talking 6A Region 3, Mike. And this American Fork team lost 40-plus seniors from their team last year. We spoke to head coach Aaron Beam earlier today, and he said we're just trying to rebuild, and we are just trying to get it going. He knows that they're 2-4, but he also realizes, like we do, that that record is not an accurate reflection of how good that team is.
Now, GT, we talked about this. It's a tale of two teams. We got one team that can really air it out in American Fork. The other team is one of the best rushing teams in the state in Lone Peak. Yeah,
their rush game is phenomenal. It's led by Sam Wright, their leading rusher, averaging about 44 yards a game, only 5 yards a carry, and his efficiency didn't really improve until their blowout win against Pleasant Grove on September 20th.
And Garrett Thompson, Mike Goodkind with you on the call. If you're just joining us here with KSL Sports, as the American Fork Cavemen lead this thing 7-0 here in the early going. Here we go on the other end. Kepa from the shotgun, and he's going to hand this thing off up the pipe, and it's about a 3-yard gain for Sam Wright.
Like I just said, Sam is a phenomenal running back, not averaging a ton of yards per carry, but during that win against Pleasant Grove last month, he pulled in 8 carries for 81 yards and scored 3 touchdowns that game. Kepa also really likes to throw to him.
And player down in the field. .7:14 to go. A lot of action already, GT, in the first 4 minutes and 45 seconds.
Both teams very aggressive, especially on the defensive end. I think American Fork is really going to try to tighten things up on defense against this Lone Peak team. They have to defend against a very tough ground game that Lone Peak has. But, Kepa, even though he hasn't had the greatest completion percentage so far this season at 47%, he has still thrown for 963 yards in 6 games this season. So, yeah, he's got a lot of weapons on offense, and American Fork needs to be mindful of that.
Again, the commercial breaks tonight will be a little longer. It is a K-Jazz game as well, so commercials will be longer here tonight, folks. Stay with us. We'll have great coverage, maybe some jokes. GT and I like to have some fun up here. It's not always serious with us, no. Especially when you got Mike Goodkind on the call, GT. You know you're going to get some jokes.
Absolutely.
Might have some fun, maybe some references to some 80s movies. You never know what's going to happen.
I feel like that conversation always gets prompted by the soundtrack at these games.
Yes, it does. I just watched a good one, GT. I watched a nice vampire movie from the 80s. I did. It's called Fright Night. I enjoyed it. I thoroughly did. Halloween time, I was feeling it, threw it on, and you know what? It was a quality film.
And number 6, Justin Bourgeois, carried off the field there. Cornerback and free safety for this American Fork team. Very important player on defense. Solid tackler, great vision in the secondary. So we hope he is okay as this game progresses.
50 tackles on the season for him, GT. Kepa from the shotgun here. Takes the snap, hands this thing off up the middle. And it was, I believe, right again with the carry. Gain of maybe 1 or 2 on the play. And we're going to have a 3rd and 5 here. Maybe 3rd and 3, rather. 3rd and 4, GT. Let's call it 3rd and 4 to call it safe.
We know this ground game is going to be huge and very impactful for Lone Peak, but if they can also air the ball out to some of their receivers, then it might be a tough hill to climb for the Cavemen.
And Kepa again here from the shotgun. 8 seconds on the play clock. Gets it off. Play action. Fires that one over the middle, and it was a beautiful play made by number 15, Max Shepard. Ocean Bishop on the play, rather.
Bishop did a phenomenal job getting a hand out there and deflecting that pass. And now Lone Peak looking to kick this one away.
And Landon Goff onto the field to punt this thing away. Some chance from the crowd to block the kick. Doesn't happen. Fielded at the 35. And nice return by Cade Wilkinson. And from the 45-yard line, American Fork has the football. From the shotgun. Gaisford hands it off up the middle, and it's a gain of 5. Number 11 on the carry, Lewis Connect. And again from the shotgun, Gaisford from the opposite 47. Play action, fires that one to Wilkinson. Wilkinson along the sideline, does some work, stays in bounds, gets rocked out of bounds. What a tackle it was from number 22, Cooper Sosich.
No surprise there. Gaisford targeting Wilkinson. Like we talked about earlier, his top receiver averaging about 107 yards, receiving yards per game. 6 total touchdowns, 3 of those coming during their season opening loss to Corner Canyon. Again, another top 5 team in this state.
Gaisford here from the 38. Good field position. What a start for American Fork and the Cavemen team. Gaisford. They show blitz and they do blitz. Fires a screen pass, and what a hit. by number 8, Kate Hansen. Intended that time for number 28, Madden Jensen.
A lot of folks here on the American Fork side thought that might have been pass interference. But officials say no, and we are going to go to second down here.
And hands that one off. It's a run to the outside, and he gets taken down.
Something to keep you going.
Madden Jensen on the run. Maybe a gain of 1 or 2 on the play. It was great pursuit by this Lone Peak team. Gaisford getting the signs from the sideline. 4:59 and counting here. Gaisford takes the snap, fires that one over the middle, and caught by Wilkinson. And Wilkinson barrels his way, still on his feet to the opposite 20-yard line. What a play from Cade Wilkinson.
Wilkinson is a great route runner and did a great job getting open on that last play. And Gaisford just having a great game so far, finding the open man and getting his team up the field.
It's a statement game here tonight, GT. It's a team like American Fork, 2-4 in the season. You win your first region play game against the number 1 team in the state. Hey, you're making a statement if they pull this thing off.
Absolutely. Especially, I mean, this team went 11-2 last year, made it all the way to the state semis.
Face mask call, GT. They're going to move this thing half the distance to the goal, to the 9-yard line. It's going to be a 1st and goal from the 9.
Tough call there for the Knights. Bringing up another great opportunity for American Fork to score on this drive.
And here we go from the 9-yard line. Gaisford and company. Play action. Fires that one. End zone. What a play! Kane Wilkinson. A one-hander on the fade route. Touchdown, American Fork Cavemen.
Great lob throw, but I got to tell you, that was an even better catch. Cade Wilkinson with the one-handed OBJ reception in the end zone. Diving back, I mean, it doesn't get that much better.
That was nasty, GT. I'm not going to lie to you.
Does not get much better than that.
And Lewis Connect on the point after. Lewis connects on the PAT, and it's 14-0. And what a surprise to start this game, GT.
Not even through the first quarter, and we got a 14-0 game here. American Fork up.
And we'll tell you. And again, GT, let you know, this game brought to you by Roofers Supply, your trusted partner with 8 locations throughout Utah. Take it to the top, GT, just like you like to do. Game is also brought to you by doTERRA, proud sponsor of Lone Peak football. doTERRA's product helps athletes around the world maintain highest level of health and fitness and wellness. Learn more about how you can up your health and wellness game at doTERRA.com, GT. You like doTERRA, GT, don't you?
You know what? I've seen, not theirs, but there are some lavender fields in central Utah that are beautiful, and that's where a lot of those essential oils are grown and processed.
As Connect hammers that one through the back of the end zone. GT's got a lot of facts for you, folks. Any questions, tweet them at GT or myself at B_goodkind. And listen, folks, we'll answer your questions. I'll have them right to GT. I don't have a great Twitter game, GT. I don't have a great X game. I'm an Instagram guy. Follow me on IG and request me in the messages. I will get those questions to GT. He's a human encyclopedia, folks.
I appreciate the compliment.
It's honestly can be annoying sometimes.
It can be, certainly.
He knows more than most of us. We just got some Pez from the K-Jazz folks. We're having some fun up here, folks. Having a good time. And a shotgun snap here. As Kepa keeps it. He's going to fire that one over the middle and into some traffic. The intended target that time was number 19, Ike Staley.
Kepa had his intended receiver way downfield, and I guess when in doubt, go long. He's had a couple really good long throws this season so far.
But GT Kepa, 7 of 150 on the season. We talked about this. You know, under 50% completion percentage, but a heck of a rusher.
Heck of a rusher. I mean, kind of reminds you of Cam Newton, a guy who really likes to run as a quarterback.
As Kepa fires this one deep down the field, and was it picked off? I think it was. Yes, a turnover and another interception. That time it was number 18. Manuela on the pick, and what a play. On receiver, Aaron Park.
Two very risky plays on that drive, and as you saw right there, the most recent one ended in an interception, unfortunately, for Kepa. This Lone Peak offense being a little riskier here in the first quarter. We tend to see them rely on their ground game heavily, but as you saw right there, Kepa going long twice, and secondary for American Fork did a phenomenal job.
Lone Peak shows blitz. Gaisford fires into some green grass there. It's incomplete. Looks like there's going to be a penalty on the play. What's the call going to be, GT? You got any predictions here?
That one was on the defense. So chains are going to get moved up here. Looks like we're going to have a PI call here, Mike.
It's going to be holding on the defense. Number 2, Landon Goff. And this ball is going to move a decent distance, about 5 yards for him. And they set up shop here from the 47. And another first down.
Thought American Fork's man was intended receiver downfield, but that was clearly holding last play on Lone Peak.
And another penalty, GT. Encroachment. And this time they are going to get number 9, Junior Tahi, with the encroachment, GT. And really rough start here for this Lone Peak defensive group and offensive group, as we still have 4 minutes and 4 seconds in the first quarter.
Absolutely, and we've talked about how these penalties can add up, and Lone Peak needs to do a better job at tightening up.
Gaze for play action, fires a pass complete, stays on his feet, and works his way to the 41-yard line. Well mined. Nice run and catch.
Will Mine has been a very good WR2 for this American Fork squad. Proven to be very efficient through 6 games. He had his best game, the team's win against Riverton, where he caught 9 passes for 159 yards and 2 TDs. So definitely look for him on the outside as the Cavemen work their way up the field here.
And another big drive here for American Fork already. At the opposite 41. Takes a snap, flushes the pocket, stays on his feet, and works his way to the 35. Nice run by Gaisford. They're going to gain about 5 or 6 on the play, GT.
We rarely see the senior quarterback run, but did a great job there. Didn't find an option, and decided to take that one for himself.
Usually it's Kepa with the keepers, GT.
Absolutely. It's a great way to remember that. But Gaisford, again, illustrating his field vision and also comfortable throwing short or long here.
Gaisford to Wilkinson over the middle. And another first down for the Cavemen.
Lone Peak's D-backs having a tough time keeping pace with American Fork's receivers so far this game. I know we're not even through one quarter of play, but American Fork yet again in a pretty solid position to score here. They are knocking on the red zone's door.
Gaisford and company from the 25. Gaisford hands this puppy off, and that time was number 41 on the carry, Mr. Prince Afu. Good pursuit from this Lone Peak defense. Here we go. Gaisford from the shotgun calls the man in motion. Gaisford looking for a sign from the sideline. And he takes a snap here with 2 on the play clock. And fires that one incomplete into the dirt.
Gaisford had a receiver open on that play. Unfortunately, the ball was underthrown. And Gaisford and his offense looking to the sideline for the next play call here.
Cash Thais, the intended target there, GT. He's had himself a pretty good season. As Gaisford takes the snap, fires this one, and it's picked off in the end zone. An interception, stays on his feet, and he probably should have downed it in the end zone. But nonetheless, an interception for number 4, Wes Valgerson, GT, his 3rd interception of the season.
Lone Peak sideline not happy about that. They did get the interception, but they should have needed in the end zone. Brings up a less than favorable field position for the Knights, but nevertheless, forced the turnover, got the ball back.
And we talked about this on the phone with Coach Beam earlier, GT, limiting the turnovers for David Gaisford. How are you going to do it? And he did it on the first couple drives. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 touchdowns. But on this one, it's an end zone interception.
Yeah, and Coach Beam really trusts his quarterback. David Gaisford has done a phenomenal job so far this season. Just had some unfortunate close losses. And looks like we got a man down. Guy who picked, man who picked that one off is down just short.
Wes Valgarson, GT, the senior, down in the field.
At Skin Science Institute, we offer top-tier educational experience in aesthetics, including the finest facility, the most comprehensive curriculum, and a team of highly experienced professionals. We take pride in our fun and exciting culture to give our students a positive learning environment while training on the best machinery the industry has to offer. We ensure our graduates not only receive the best education, but also step into their careers with confidence thanks to our robust job placement support. Start your journey as an esthetician today. Our monthly start dates and financial aid opportunities make it easy to jump in. Visit our website at www.skinscienceinstitute.com to schedule a tour and enroll now.
And we're back, GT, after the injury, and thank goodness it looks like everything is okay as the crowd had a warm round of applause for Valgarson. And we pray for him tonight, GT.
Absolutely. We wish him the best. Not just him, but his family, his teammates. He's obviously very, very loved by the Lone Peak community, so we wish him a speedy recovery.
Kep and company from their own 4. It's a handoff and a pretty nice run. I think it's Sam Wright on the carry. Kep on the keeper, GT.
Yeah. No, I think that fate got us both over here.
Yeah, we weren't sure.
Near the press box. That was again not the best view on the south end zone here, but we're doing our best for sure.
It's quite hard to see out here, GT. I got some pretty decent vision, though. There's a little pitch there and a pretty decent run for number 5, Jashawn Mayberry. It was a flip play there that time to Sean Mayberry, GT. I don't know. I don't know. I was like, GT, what do you call that?
Yeah, because you're right. It wasn't a pitch,
Right.
but I think a flip pass is
Flip,
more.
a flip.
Yeah. Flip handoff.
Here's the handoff up the middle, and he stays on his feet, breaks to the outside to the 40-yard line. And that was a nice run for number 23, Sean Tahi.
Sean Tahi, prior to this game, over 40 carries on the season for 215 yards. And he is a great RB2 for this Lone Peak offense. And I definitely look to him and Sam Wright to kind of push this ball up the field. We got another back in the backfield here.
I think that's Tahi GT in the backfield. And he fakes the handoff to Tahi. There's a complete pass to the 50-yard line. Stays on his feet. And he barrels his way to the 42-yard line. And what a play from number 10, Owen McNeil.
McNeil averaging about 37 yards a game this season. He's been a solid receiver for Lone Peak. Doesn't get a ton of targets, but he did grab 3 receptions for 90 yards in the team's only loss against Corona Centennial. We've talked about them. That's a top, 20 team in California. So, again, this Lone Peak team has faced some very tough competition on the season thus far.
Kappa here from the AF 43-yard line. Trying to get their first touchdown in the game. Hands it off. Tahi works his way to 39 as a gain of 4.
Tahi's one of those guys where you can just clearly tell that he plays both sides of the ball. He's got the size and the speed at running back, but also the those same attributes and the quickness and vision as middle linebacker.
And 20 seconds left here, GT. Now down to 14, actually. Looks like they'll run one more play to finish out this first quarter, or will they just try to draw the defense offside? Clock down to 8. And Keppa takes the snap. And we got a play-action pass. He fires this one deep down the field and just out of reach for a McNeil, as that would have been an easy 6.
I thought that was a good look by Keppa, but unfortunately overthrew that one to McNeil, his intended receiver.
And that will be the end of the first quarter, GT. Step aside here. I think I should give some word to our sponsors. And GT, we're running you right now to Tech Happily with Tech 9, where Utah goes for custom software development. Also, helping busy people and eat well while they're on the go, fresh, healthy, and delicious. When you eat one, you'll know. And that's by G2G, GT. And I know you had a G2G bar today, GT. Did you not?
I did. You can find them at Costco. They're actually made here in Utah, and they are phenomenal. Our buddy Parker Van Dyke actually talked about them in a recent interview. Former Utah Utes basketball player. And, I always have a couple boxes in my fridge.
Well, GT, you're a busy guy on the go, are you not?
Absolutely. You know me.
You're a busy guy on the go, and it's helping you. Fresh, easy, healthy, and delicious. When you eat one, and it's got a great aftertaste to it, too.
I like the peanut butter chocolate chip.
Oh,
that flavor
it's to die for.
Phenomenal.
It is truly to die for. Like you said, Mike, you jump off the Grand Canyon, we'll give you a G2G. I might say, hey, I might consider it. It's a great bar.
It is. Clean ingredients, too. They're really nice. Don't be going to the Grand Canyon.
No, nothing like that. G2G bars, though, make a heck of a bar. As we will take over again here from the 39-yard line on a 2nd and 6 here. And Kep and company here to start the second quarter.
Always a fun time when you got Queen on the loudspeaker.
Yeah. When Grizzle says it's a good song, too, you know it's a good song. GT, first drive of the game here where we're seeing some movement from Lone Peak, too, as they are slowly making their way down the field. Kepa hands it off, and Tahi breaks to the outside. He's got room to run, and a lot of green grass ahead of him to the 5. Touchdown, Lone Peak Knights.
As soon as Tahi approached that secondary, put a couple moves on him, and he was gone. Illustrated his speed and his quickness there, and just phenomenal footwork. And, I mean, perfect practice makes perfect. He's got to work on those moves, during practice and in the offseason, because that was just phenomenal, getting past that secondary for the touchdown.
And like we said, GT, this Lone Peak offense, they can run the heck out of the football. And the PAT also good, GT, so it's 14-7.
Lone Peak set to kick it off here after that touchdown. And I don't know about you, Mike, but I watch a ton of NFL football, and that new kickoff, I kind of like it and I kind of don't, but whenever I see a normal kickoff at the high school or collegiate level, it's kind of confusing. It just reminds you of of how it used to be.
You almost get nostalgic as that one booted right to the back of the end zone. And Breckencar plays it safe as the Cavemen will take over from the 20-yard line. We talked to Coach Beam, GT, and he said exactly this. He said they're going to make big plays. It's about limiting those big plays.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, his defense has struggled at times this season, especially when it comes to closing out games. I mean, they've lost some tough ones at the very end that, weren't the defense's fault.
Gaisford towards the sideline, intercepted. Landon Goff picks that one off at the 42-yard line, and the Knights will take over. And a back-to-back opportunity for touchdowns, GT.
What a great interception there by Goff. That's his second on the season. And the senior free safety has just put his team's offense back on the field. And they, just like that, momentum has shifted, Mike. The pendulum is swinging in the other direction, and Lone Peak is showing us why they're the number one team in the state of Utah.
And GT, the pendulum shifted after the delay of game. And Lone Peak came out with a lot of energy here. As handoff here, Tahi gets picked up by that Caveman defense. And number 20, Broadbent on the tackle.
Tahi is not the primary ball carrier for this Lone Peak offense, but he is what I would say is the RB2 when he has just been rolling tonight. And if he can keep, picking up, yards after each play, they're going to keep feeding him and forcing this ball up the field.
Now Kate Hansen in the backfield, GT. And Kepa, play action, airs this thing out, and it's caught at the 5-yard line and into the end zone for a Jaden Mayberry touchdown.
What a great run there by Mayberry. Didn't see the route that he ran. It was probably a go route based on, the distance that was put on that throw. but just a phenomenal job play calling by the offensive coordinator for Lone Peak, and wide open man downfield for Kepa.
And just like that, GT, we are a point after away from this game being tied at 14 apiece. And the point after is perfect, as Brecken Carr calmly knocks it through. And we're all tied at a dozen plus 2, GT. A Baker's dozen plus 1, I should say.
I was waiting for the correction on that one, Mike.
I try. GT, and that was a really quick 2 touchdowns. We're talking in the course of like 60 seconds, we just saw 2 touchdowns.
Yeah. You mentioned our conversation with Coach Bean tonight. We've talked about it a few times. And the game plan for tonight, we asked him about that. He said, make quick, easy reads to get the ball out. And unfortunately, on those last 2 interceptions, I mean, he threw the ball a little longer than usual. But yeah, 2 unfortunate interceptions. And Lone Peak's defense really showing us why they are one of the top defenses in the state, and their secondary has just done a phenomenal job at the end of the first and at the beginning of this second quarter here.
GT, this game is kind of emulating, remember that University of Utah USC game a couple seasons ago?
Absolutely.
In Utah, 14-0 USC lead. Utah comes back, and again, the game hasn't developed enough yet to say this is going to emulate that, but so far, similar start.
Yeah, and as a Southern California native and Utah Utes alum and super fan, that game was crazy, and I'm just so glad that the Utes have gotten 3 straight wins over Lincoln Riley and the USC Trojans. Gives me a lot of bragging rights over my friends and family who went to USC.
I was at that game, GT.
I was too. That game was phenomenal.
The energy was palpable. He's kicking it off here is Carr, and let's see what he does as he boots it through to the back of the end zone, and we're going to see no return from Wilkinson this time. GT, we did a game here at AF. I pulled in, I was like, we've been here before. We did a basketball game here last year.
Yes, we did.
Gaisford and company from the 20. As it's a handoff up the middle and a pretty decent 5-yard gain too. For Madden Jensen. So a 2nd and 5 here. And here we go from the 25. And 5 on the play clock. And he hands that thing off again. And it's a gain of 4 for Madden Jensen.
This American Fork offense showing a slight aversion to throwing the ball after those 2 interceptions. But, their run game is solid as well. They're playing against a very tough defense in Lone Peak, but I think they might be looking to make shorter throws. Maybe look to throw a few screen passes and run the ball, anything to advance the ball up the field without throwing medium or long.
And it's a handoff again, and Jensen gets the first down that time, gain of 3. So a fresh set of downs here. From the 33-yard line. Gaisford takes the snap and can't avoid the pressure. That time he is brought down for a sack. And it was number 36, Zag Zundel, his 3rd sack of the season.
Tag, a junior linebacker for the Lone Peak Knights. And again, the Cavemen having a pretty tough time on this drive. It was looking promising. They, picked up a few yards on each carry and were able to get the first down, but that defense is not making it easy for them.
2nd and 15 for David Gaisford and company. As Gaisford takes the snap, throws a screen pass, and great ball pursuit. It was a fumble from mine. Believe it's going to stay American Fork football, though. And Cade Hansen, what a tackle there. A great ball pursuit. Gaisford draws motion. Takes the snap, avoids the pressure, throws a screen pass, and it was complete. It's going to be a gain of 7 for number 7, Will Mine. Brought down to the 38. It's going to be a 4th and 6 here.
I thought Will did a very good job after the catch there, picking up a few yards. The snap was a little high to Gaisford, and I thought that gave the defense the jump on him, but he got it out of his hands quickly and was able to find the open man there.
And they punt it away here. It is fair caught by Landon Goff, but a pretty decent punt for Jet Prestwich. And GT 7:04 to go, and a completely different trajectory here in this game.
Absolutely. We did not expect Lone Peak to be, down 14-0 for very long. I mean, they're just that good of a team. And as we saw here tonight, they're able to bounce back very quickly and they're in a great position now here in the second quarter to maybe take the lead on this drive. But that's all up to their offense and American Fork's defense right now.
I will say this, GT, we should count our blessings. Nearly October here in Salt Lake City, Utah, and we are pretty warm up here. We're doing okay.
I've experienced October temps in the teens and in the 70s here in the Salt Lake area. Been here for about 7 years, and this weather is just so unpredictable. It's just mountain weather. You never know what you're going to get, but still very warm and kind of summer-like here, even though it's early fall.
Well, summer left us, Garrett, a couple weeks ago, and we thought it was over. We did a game 2 weeks ago at Alta, and we were pretty cold up there.
We had a bit of a cold snap, if you want to call it that. It was just kind of a cold front that moved its way in, but it didn't really get colder than 55, 56 degrees. But in my opinion, that is a perfect fall temperature. I'm actually very excited for the fall weather. The leaves are already starting to change, and once you see those leaves turn, fall is here and winter is on its way.
Winter's coming. It's coming with a vengeance, GT. You know that. It's waiting for its turn right now.
It's all up to the Great Salt Lake and that lake effect snow we get. So I guess we'll see. But I'm looking forward to a snowy winter.
Hopefully a great year of precipitation for us here in the valley. As here we go. Play action pass here. Kepa fires one to the left, and that's a complete pass. What a play. And what a catch from Ike Staley.
Tight spiral there by Kepa, and a great catch by Ike. We had no idea if he actually pulled it in from our angle initially, but based on the reactions of the Lone Peak crowd, he got that one, and that's going to be a nice first down.
Here we go. Kepa hands this thing off, and he's got room to run to the outside as he breaks to the 30, 25, 20, 15, and to the 10-yard line. What a run for number 8, Cade Hansen.
We haven't seen... That was number 8, Hansen. Haven't seen him on the offensive end tonight. We were actually unaware that he played both sides of the ball, but that was a great run. Got him to the red zone.
He got the PA announcer offside, GT.
Yeah.
I think the PA announcer thought it was Sam Wright.
I think he did as well.
Yeah. Kepa hands this thing off to Sam Wright. Sam Wright bounces to the outside and finds his way to the right end zone. Touchdown. Lone Peak Knights. And what a trajectory change, GT. A 20-14 lead.
American Fork is having a tough time stopping Lone Peak's ground game, and they are just running it down their throat right now. Defense is going to have to make some adjustments there, but Lone Peak is certainly playing to their strengths right now, Mike. And as we discussed earlier, a complete momentum shift here in the second quarter.
And Brecken Carr, point after, and that is perfect. And a 21-14 lead for Lone Peak. We are in the American Fork fan section, GT, so you almost got to be careful. I do get excited on my touchdown calls.
Yeah, we might get a look here or there, but it's our job to cover these games live as they're happening.
Yeah,
both sides of the ball.
Both sides of the ball.
But these fans are passionate. The student section here is blacked out for American Fork, and it is a white out for Lone Peak. So we got yin and yang here tonight in American Fork.
And those Lone Peak Knight fans, GT, they are fired up on the east side of this field. As Carr is going to boot this thing to the 1-yard line. Cade Wilkinson picks it up there, and he takes it out to the 21. And that is where American Fork will have a shot to bring the momentum back to the red and white. What a start, though, for American Fork, GT. Again, 2 touchdowns early. It was looking really good for the American Fork Cavemen, and complete trajectory change, as I mentioned, 21-14 here, just a few minutes later.
I mean, that's 6A football for you. We've talked about Lone Peak and how they're the number 1 ranked team in the state right now, but American Fork, despite their record, they are a very solid team.
And here's a run, but he fumbled the football, and is that Lone Peak football?
It is going to be Lone Peak's ball.
Wow, Lone Peak football, GT. It was a rush from number 41, Prince Afu, and he just dropped the football after a great rush.
3 consequential turnovers so far for the Cavemen, and especially, fumble recovery at 39-yard line here. Lone Peak's 39-yard line. That is just bad news for the defense here, and great news for Lone Peak's offense as they make their way onto the field for the first snap of this drive.
And Kepa and company take over. He's got 1 receiver right, 2 left. Fakes the handoff. He's going to let this thing fly opposite field and into the end zone. Is that a touchdown? We're waiting on word from the referees. Yes, it was. Touchdown for Luke Christensen and this Lone Peak Knight offense.
Luke's 3rd touchdown of the season. And first play of the drive. Kepa throws it long, something that he is comfortable doing, and didn't work out in the first quarter, but it has certainly worked out here in the second.
Luke Christensen. And the point after from Carr is good, and almost like deja vu, GT, just like that. 4 straight touchdowns for this Lone Peak Knight offense.
I mean, this team has been playing phenomenally so far this season. They went 5-7 last year, lost in the quarterfinals of the state playoffs, but they're already 5-1 this season, and kind of an opposite situation with Lone Peak compared to American Fork. They had a lot of returning seniors, and American Fork lost a bunch of seniors. American Fork 11-2 last season, lost in the semis to Skyridge.
As Carr will kick this thing away here. And Carr, no surprise here, boots this thing right to the back of the end zone. And the Cavemen will take over at the 20-yard line. And just letting everybody know, this game also brought to you by Black Desert. Remarkable within reach. This game is also brought to you by National Auto Plaza, where you can find the best deals on the best cars, trucks, and SUVs with our legendary $3,500 rebate. As here comes the offense for the American Fork Cavemen. Can they make a comeback in this game as Gaisford throws out of the backfield? And it's about a 7-yard gain and a decent start, as the completion was number 28, Matt Jensen. A 2nd and 4 here. Shotgun snap. And he avoids the sack. Gaisford lets it fly out of bounds. And it's going to be a 3rd and 4 here. And a quick first 2 downs for this Caveman offense.
Yeah, Gaisford forced a scramble on that last play, but did the right thing. Getting the ball out of bounds, didn't lose any yards. And we have 3rd down here, I believe.
Yep. A 3rd and 4, GT. Grizzle and I up here at a tough view over here, GT. It's not as easy to see as usual. And snap taken. Gaisford is whacked in the backfield. And what a play by Calvin Liava.
Just a brutal blindside tackle there. Gaisford had no idea that blind spot was just open, but
what a play by Calvin Liava, GT. He just
he hopped on him right away. Got to protect that blindside, Mike.
Yes. And they will punt it away here. And it is fair caught at the 45-yard line by Landon Goff. Nonetheless, a decent punt for Jet Prestwich.
And Lone Peak picking it up here on the Cavemen 45. And they're around the same spot last play, and they scored on last drive rather, and they scored on the first play of the drive. So really curious to see how this one pans out for the Knights. Keppa setting up the shotgun with a man in the backfield right behind him.
And momentum has completely shifted, GT. Keppa hands this thing off. And Sam Wright on the carry. Kept again in the backfield, 2nd and 5. And this well-oiled machine offense back to work. And he flips this one. Mayberry to the outside. He gets a first down and more to the 31-yard line.
Jashawn Mayberry, relatively quiet tonight for the Knights offense, but he is their leading receiver on the season so far. He's averaging about 42 yards a game and 11.5 yards per reception. Started the season with a monster game against Timfew. Brought in 7 receptions for 84 yards.
And here's a handoff to Tahi, who powers his way for maybe 3 yards on the play.
American Fork's got to get a stop on this drive if they want to shift that momentum here. But this Lone Peak offense showing no signs of slowing down, Mike.
GT, it's like the Patriots offense from the Tom Brady era. It's just a well-oiled machine marching its way down the field. Handoff to Tahi. Tahi barrels his way to the 23. And we are approaching GT 2 minutes here. We're at 2 minutes and 22 seconds in the first half. Keppa and company from the opposite 24. A keeper for Keppa. Keppa to the outside, on his feet, and slides at the 15.
I thought Keppa did the right thing there, sliding to avoid the tackle. He's resilient and strong enough to take some damage as a quarterback, but you definitely want to save him and try to prevent injury as best you can. So great move there and great job picking up some yards for the Knights.
The Knights from the 14-yard line. .90 seconds left in the half. Keppa hands off and right the carry for a gain of 5. And this nice offense, GT, out of nowhere on the verge of their 5th straight touchdown ever since that delay of game at the end of the first quarter.
You got that right, Mike. I mean, they've been unstoppable since the end of the first. And, you know, American Fork's defense, unfortunately, just has no answer for them.
Keppa hands it off up the middle, and it was a nice tackle. And Tahi brings that thing to the 8-yard line. And we'll have a 3rd and 3 here. Timeout in the field. And that reminds me, GT, we got some sponsors to get through, don't we?
Yes, sir.
And this game also brought to you by National Auto Plaza, GT. National Auto Plaza, where you can find the best deals on the best cars, trucks, and SUVs. Legendary $3,400 rebate from National Auto Plaza. Game also brought to you by Taco Bell. Taco Bell, where fans and flavor come together. Live Moss and enjoy the game. Score big with Taco Bell and Live Moss. Delicious flavors to keep your spirits high. GT, you might go there after the game, right?
Very possible.
Well, also this game is brought to you by Rovin Capital, partnering your peace of mind through planning and investment management. And GT, you want to invest in any funds? Yeah. I have to go there to our friends over at Rovin Capital.
Financial planning, very important, Mike.
And GT knows what he's doing, though. GT says it's good financially. Keppa takes a snap, avoids sack, throws to the right, cut back, and he's into the end zone for another touchdown, a 5th straight. And this time, it's Sean Tahi. And the lead extends to 20.
American Fork's defense took a gamble on that blitz. Keppa was able to keep his composure, avoid the sack, got the ball out of his hands very quickly. And Sean Tahi was right there. caught the short pass, but it's what he did after the catch that was very impressive on that last play. Again, really showcasing his phenomenal footwork tonight.
I don't know what happened, GT, but it's almost like angels in the outfield. Something happened with this offense where they've just turned it around, and Carr nails the point after. And they lead this by 3 touchdowns here after trailing pretty much for the entire first quarter.
Tough outing, but just goes to show that no matter where you find yourself in a game of competition, if you're having a bad game, it's important that you have the players, coaches, fans around you to help you turn it around. And Lone Peak clearly has that culture, that mindset, and man, I could not imagine the pendulum swinging this far in the other direction, Mike.
Well, GT, it would a touchdown with 34.9 would be pretty miraculous, but it would be very much needed and very nice for this Caveman offense. As Carr boots this thing to the 1, and they're going to have to field this. GT, he does muff the kick. He jumps on it, and it does look like it was recovered indeed by Justin Bourgeois.
Man back to receive, dropped it unfortunately, and that's a huge momentum killer, and also puts them at a less than ideal spot field position wise.
30.6 on the clock, and it looks like they are going to play a conservative here. GT, and Gaisford will kneel it down, and they will take this thing into the locker room, down 35-14 after leading 14-0 here, Garrett. And what a turn of events in this first half.
American Fork has to talk some things over. Started the game phenomenally, but they just were not able to slow down Lone Peak's offense as the second quarter progressed. But still a lot of game left, only through one half. So, look for both teams to come back out swinging. And hopefully, for American Fork side, they can kind of turn this one around and make this one more competitive.
Well, we're going to step aside here. We got 20 minutes till we'll come back, and we'll have a nice stand-up for you with some more details and thoughts and analysis on the first half with Gary Townsend and myself, Mike Goodkind, and we'll be back shortly. We're stepping aside for a message from Burt Brothers.
At Skin Science Institute, we offer top-tier educational experience in aesthetics, including the finest facility, the most comprehensive curriculum, and a team of highly experienced professionals. We take pride in our fun and exciting culture to give our students a positive learning environment while training on the best machinery the industry has to offer. We ensure our graduates not only receive the best education, but also step into their careers with confidence thanks to our robust job placement support. Start your journey as an esthetician today. Our monthly start dates and financial aid opportunities make it easy to jump in. Visit our website at www.skinscienceinstitute.com to schedule a tour and enroll now.
As this game goes on.
And we bring it back to the action, brought to you by Trevor Allen. Producing this game here tonight for us in KSL Sports. And the kickoff from Brecken Carr, who's had himself a day. And he rips that one through the back of the end zone. And the American Fork Cavemen will begin the second half at their own 20. And those Lone Peak fans, GT, there's some kind of smoke going on over there. It looks intense.
They let off some firework poppers, I think. And, they're hyped up.
Shout out to our friend Andrea Urban, who's here tonight in the building.
Gracie and Andrea, 2023 Utah Sports Reporter of the Year.
Sportscaster of the Year, GT.
Yeah, Sportscaster of the Year, excuse me. And lead reporter for Fox 13 here in Salt Lake City.
She does a great job. We'll love Andrea Urban. A little screen pass here, and 5-yard, maybe 6-yard run for Cade Wilkinson. Cade Wilkinson, GT, what a play in that first half, though. It's been quiet ever since, but on that beautiful fade route, one-handed touchdown, it was unbelievable play.
Yeah, you're jogging my memory, Mike. That OBJ grab was something else, and really got this crowd going, got his team going. But, But again, 5 unanswered touchdowns from Lone Peak, and this American Fork offense is trying to get back on the board on this drive.
As a play to the outside. And a first down. And Cade Wilkinson gains the first down, the reception. So it'll be at the 32-yard line. And it's a first down for the American Fork Cavemen here. From their own 32. And GT, a touchdown here, I'm sure, would be nice. As play action pass, he's going to fire that one to the right. Wilkinson makes the play and nearly breaks a tackle, and a 9-yard gain.
I'm sure Coach Aaron Beam and company want to get a touchdown on this drive and just swing that momentum in the other direction. A couple great passes on this drive, and David Gaisford really keeping his composure out there under center.
And it looks like they're going to get Cooper Stosich on the encroachment and an extra 5 yards and a first down, automatic first down for this Caveman offense.
Middle linebacker has 37 tackles on the year prior to this game.
And he flips that one to Cade Wilkinson. And Wilkinson's been busy on this drive as he gains 3 on the play. And GT's letting you know this game brought to you by Skin Science. Skin Science is the presenting sponsor of Lone Peak football. Start your journey as an esthetician today and visit skinscienceinstitute.com to schedule a tour and enroll now. GT, that could be good for you.
Does sound nice, not going to lie.
Yeah, I like Skin Science.
Yeah, absolutely.
And here we go from the 50-yard line. As he takes a snap, fires a bubble screen, and this could be fun. Stays on his feet and works his way to the 36-yard line. Nice catch and run by Madden Jensen.
And Gaisford did a very solid job throwing it over the defender on that screen pass. And Madden Jensen, their primary running back, but Gaisford does like to throw to him as well, as we've seen tonight.
Another screen pass. Was it a lateral as it works its way out of bounds? As it was off the hands of Will Mine. They're going to say incomplete. No. Wow, GT. They're going to rule that a lateral pass, so they're moving this thing back 10 yards. And unfortunate.
Yeah, it did not look like a forward pass from up here.
So a second and a trip to Hawaii here. As we like to say. Gaisford airs it out, and it's picked off. Back the other way we go to the 45, 35, 30, 25, 20, and down to the 20-yard line. What a play. His second interception. Tanyuvasa. And what a play from the junior cornerback.
Toa Tanuvasa got that ball right in his hands. Just ran right into it, and already had a full head of steam. Didn't have to, get his body ready to run. He was already, in that forward motion, and he took it all the way to the red zone, or just outside the red zone for the Lone Peak Knights, and that is the third interception thrown by David Gaisford Jr. tonight.
Well, GT, another red zone trip because they're marking him at the 19, so another red zone trip for this Knights offense.
Oh, there we go. I stand corrected.
Well, you did say red zone, so I'll give it to you.
Well, just outside the red zone, but we were right there.
Yeah, I wouldn't have said red zone unless you did. Handoff up the middle, and Wright gets to the 10-yard line. So there's a gain of 7. As they are knocking on the door of that end zone, GT, here from the 11.
if their performance in the red zone last quarter is any indication, I think they are poised to score here. They're obviously in a great position.
Takes a snap, flips this one to the outside, and flags are going to fly on the McNeil run.
Didn't have a good viewing angle here, so I'm curious to see what that penalty is going to be. But the officials are mic'd up, so here we go.
Got a personal foul there, GT. They're going to move this thing back 15 yards in the play.
Yeah, American Fork obviously electing to go with the longer penalty there. There was an illegal formation flag thrown on that play for Lone Peak, but that personal foul is going to bring them back 15 yards, like you said. And yeah, American Fork kind of getting saved by that one.
Maybe force a turnover here, GT, somehow. And GT, we are watching on the sideline right now as Nate Childs warms up to potentially be the quarterback for this team. And that's for American Fork as Nate Childs. QB2. We'll see if they bring him into this game. And that one fired toward the end zone again. And another touchdown or incomplete. It was incomplete. As it was in the hands of Luke Christensen. As Keppa aired that thing out.
He really did. And looked like it might have been an interception, but pass is ruled incomplete. Again, kind of a difficult viewing angle. Was not sure if he got his hands on that ball, but you know, very solid run there by Christensen.
Keppa here from the 25-yard line. And it's a 3rd and long here for this offense, and a timeout called by Coach Brockbert.
Conference with 8,500 players and 450 teams and over 225 games every Saturday. Football starts with youth conference.
So Coach Brockbank calls timeout, GT. And we will talk about some local sponsors in the meantime. As this game is brought to you by Burt Brothers. Burt Brothers, where auto care is done better. Game is also brought to you by Popular Commercial Loans. For 2 to 100 million commercial loans, from 2 to 100 million dollar commercial loans, call Popular Commercial Lending Group at 801-694-6281. We can do that for Yanni's cat tree. You build him a custom one, he gets to get a loan for that. You know, you never know.
He's got quite the cat tree at your place. I've seen it. It's quite the setup for both of them.
I might need a loan, though, GT, for a new one. Why not?
You might, yeah. Who knows?
Why not? I build like a 10-footer, you know? This game is also brought to you by Roofer Supply. Roofer Supply, your trusted partner with 8 locations throughout Utah. And you, Gary Thompson, can take it to the top. Game is also brought to you by doTERRA. doTERRA, a proud sponsor of Lone Peak football. doTERRA's products help athletes around the world maintain the highest level of health and wellness. Learn more today about how you can set up your health and wellness at doTERRA.com. And this Lone Peak offense from the 25. Keppa here takes a snap, Fires that one over the middle, and that's caught by Mayberry. He's got room to run. Mayberry makes the man miss and works his way to the 15-yard line.
Both Mayberry and Wright were open on that play. Kepa decided to throw it to Mayberry, and phenomenal job after the catch. Advancing the ball up the field. And it looks like fourth down here. Lone Peak is going to kick this one, try for a field goal.
All right, Carr here. It's going to be a 31-yarder. Snap is up, kick is up, and that is wide right. No good, and the Cavemen catch a break on special teams.
Tough miss there, but Lone Peak still with the momentum, still got that advantage. But very curious to see how American Fork responds and if they're able to bounce back in this game.
Got a little Snoop Dogg playing here. GT gets the crowd going a little bit. Always fun. It's a fun song.
Doing a little two-step, doing a little, got some dance moves going there.
I can't dance, GT. Yeah. Gaisford fires that one right, and what a catch along the sideline. And what a play. By Taese. And by the way, GT, I'm mistaken. Manuela is in the game as QB right now.
Yeah, Capono Manuela, junior quarterback. Saw him take his first snap on that last play.
As there's a run up the middle. And it's a gain of 2. So Manuela into the game. We saw Childs and Manuela warming up along the sideline. They bring in Manuela as QB2 on the depth chart here today. As Manuela hands it off up the middle. And there's a nice run for a gain of 6, maybe 7. Madden Jensen knocking another first down here, knocking on the door.
Yeah, more than enough for a first down there, Mike. And, my apologies, just right there. So that's going to be a third down.
3rd and inches here. As from the shotgun is Capono. Manuela hands that off. And they are going to mark him just shy again of the first down. So Jensen, now we're looking at 4th and centimeters. As you got to stay on the field here, GT. I mean, you got no choice.
Yeah, the Cavemen are not going to punt this one away. They're going to look to go for it on 4th down and try to convert here. Be a huge stop for Lone Peak, but be a massive conversion for American Fork.
And it's a keeper for Manuela. Can he make it to the line? Does he? It looks like he did, and he got the first down. And a nice run by Capono Manuela.
Phenomenal job here by Manuela. I mean, coming into the game late, only got a few minutes to warm up on the sideline, but he is doing a great job commanding this Caveman offense.
And the Caveman crowd still in it. GT, I got to say, though, our best crowd of the year was definitely in Alta 2 weeks ago.
That crowd was electric in every way. Their whiteboard signs and, all of their chants. I was pretty impressed.
That was intense.
Very intense. However, leader of the American Fork student section here has a bullhorn, so I think that's got to be plus 3 or 4 points in the student section column there.
Yeah, but it's not that Alta student section, GT. No bullhorn was needed.
I would vote them as top student section that we have covered so far, and look forward to seeing more as the season progresses and we cover more teams.
There was a penalty on the play, by the way, Garrett, as the snap was bobbled, I guess, to the ground, and they ruled it illegal. Manuela fires that one over the middle, and it's caught. And close to a first down, and he's going to be just shy. But finally back in the hands of Cade Wilkinson.
Tight spiral, and a phenomenal route there by Wilkinson. And, just like that, it's 2nd and short here for the Cavemen, and they are doing a great job advancing this ball up the field.
GT Cavemen, if they can score here, you make it a game here, down 2 scores, headed towards the first as they nail the first down on a run play up the middle. And Jensen gets him a first down.
Run game is paying dividends for the Cavemen so far on this drive. Madden Jensen has picked up quite a few yards. Again, he only averages about 4 yards a carry. Kind of one of those numbers that's, not a lot, obviously, but it's not a little. I mean, if you can string together a ton of carries in a game like this, you're eventually going to, advance the ball where you need it to be.
And we got a timeout in the field. And GT, it's Sean Tahi on the other side of the other side, the other offense. Sean Tahi averages 5.2 yards a carry headed into today. He's the team's leading rusher per carry at 5.2 yards a carry, and that's no joke, GT.
Yep, 6 foot 185, only a sophomore. So I think Sean Tahi has a very bright future ahead. And I wouldn't be surprised if he's already getting some collegiate looks. But, the ground game for Lone Peak has been very fun to watch. Not sure what kind of drills they're doing, but their footwork has just been incredible.
Tell you one thing, GT. Those Lone Peak fans, GT, if there was a roof, they'd break it. And that's why you call Roofer Supply. Roofer Supply, your trusted partner with 8 locations throughout Utah. Take it to the top. Just like those Lone Peak fans over there.
They absolutely have been taken to the top all game. Raising the roof.
And GT, you like tech support? Well, call Tech 9. Tech Happily with Tech 9, where Utah goes for custom software development. Sounds like something that Samir would be good at.
It does, and right up my alley as well, kind of related to my day job.
Yeah. Garrett is kind of a techie guy, good at coding.
The world needs IT folks, people. That's all I have to say about that.
Yes, much needed. Here we go. Manuela hands that thing off. That's a gain of 2 for Jensen. And there's a nice tackle by Calvin Liava, number 33. Limiting that yard production. Manuela takes the snap, lets it fly toward the end zone, and it's a breadbasket catch and a touchdown for number 7, Wilmine.
That was a great throw by Manuela, and a very solid job from Wilmine getting himself open on that last play, and he cradled that one to the end zone. And if American Fork is able to nail this extra point, they will cut this lead to 2 scores with just 4 minutes left in the third quarter.
And the point after here is going to be money in the bank for Lewis Connect. And it is a 14-point game. So American Fork's first touchdown since the first quarter, Garrett. And in a timely manner, they needed it, they got it.
You got that right, Mike. I mean, anything to get back on the board for the Cavemen. It took, getting their second-string quarterback in there, Capono Manuela. Unfortunately, Gaisford has struggled this game. Pretty uncharacteristic of him. He's been solid pretty much all year long. But, next man up mentality, and Capono Manuela doing a great job leading this offense to a touchdown on that last drive. Kind of a fun sign down there. It says cheer or sit with your mom. I think everybody here is elected to cheer instead of the latter.
I think so, GT. That one kicked it in the end zone by Connect. And it was caught by Mayberry. GT, that is a catchy little jingle they got.
It was, yeah.
I like that.
And speaking of moms, I want to shout out my mom, Kathy Thompson. She has been tuning in tonight from Snohomish, Washington. For those not familiar, about 35, 40 miles north of Seattle. And love you, Mama. And also love you too, Dad. He is watching as well from beautiful, sunny Southern California.
Well, not sunny right now, GT. Dave Thompson's watching, but it's 8:20 PT. We got sundown out there.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, no C.
And the weather has just been incredible as of late.
And Kathy Thompson, a great woman. We love her. As there's a bootleg run for Keppa as he gets 5, maybe 6 on the play. And G2G, you know your dad, Dave Thompson, could probably use right now? He probably could use a G2G bar. Helping busy people eat well when they're on the go. Fresh, healthy, and delicious. When you eat one, you'll know, like Dave Thompson.
Every single Costco run I go on with my family, I pick up boxes and boxes of those bars.
They're tasty.
They keep them in your fridge, stay fresh for a very long time, and very good, clean ingredients made right here in Utah, too.
You had one tonight. Play action. Keppa fires, and there's a completion. And nice play by Christensen, but an even better tackle by Noah Beam. Coming in today, Noah Beam, 40 tackles on the season with a sack, and see what he can do there as he limited that to pretty much no gain of the play. And here's Christensen. And maybe a loss of one of the play.
Tahi on the run there, no gain.
Yeah.
And looks like American Fork made the necessary adjustments, and they are kind of bolstering that D-line and defending that run game a lot better than they had been in the first half.
Tahi back in the backfield. A 2nd and 10 here. As play action, Keppa lets it go down the field. What a catch at the opposite 30-yard line. Owen McNeil, immaculate reception at the 30.
The Cavemen in zone coverage on that last play. McNeil, I thought he was covered pretty well. He actually had a second guy approaching him while the ball was in the air. But he made a phenomenal catch, and Keppa, again, with a great long throw.
Keppa in the air tonight, GT, just a much different story than his past 6 games.
No, absolutely, and he's had some good games throwing the ball so far this season. But I think this has, been his best thus far, at least up until this point in the game.
As Kepa keeps the football there and takes it for 8 yards. But you're seeing a guy that I can imagine. I wish he knew more about what colleges he's committed to, but he's definitely someone that we could see next year playing at the collegiate level.
Well, I mean, he's a junior right now, so he's got one more year.
In 2 years, rather.
2 years, yes. But yeah, just like with Tahi, I wouldn't be surprised if he already has some collegiate looks. And we got a few great football programs here in the state: BYU, Utah, and Utah State.
And there's a run for about 2 yards. Sam Wright. And they're going to give him the first down on the play, GT. About a 3-yard gain, rather. So they gained the first. 1st and 10 from the 20. Kepa here, 2 receivers right, 1 left. 4 on the play clock. Got to take that snap, and he gets it off. Play action. Zips 1. Here we go. Another completion down to the 4-yard line. And who but Owen McNeil?
Wide open on that route. Not sure what the Cavemen secondary was doing there, but definitely want to do a better job at defending McNeil. He's had a couple big catches on this drive.
And GT, they are going to let this thing go and finish out the third quarter. Head to the fourth we go, and they'll start at the Cavemen 4-yard line. And Garrett, gotta tell you, man, another proud sponsor of us, Black Desert. Remarkable within reach. Black Desert right down in St. George. Beautiful golf course down there.
Some of the most phenomenal golf courses that I've ever seen. I've been to, ones in California, Hawaii, Nevada, you name it. St. George, Utah has some phenomenal courses, and I'd highly recommend checking it out if you haven't been down there already.
I know Jazz Bear's been down there a couple times. Playing some golf at Black Desert with Big T Thurl Bailey. I think they played a round or two. Darren Williams went with them too. Looked like a fun time.
It's 3 legends.
3 legends. I wonder who won.
Probably Thurl, if I had to guess. I bet he's a good golfer.
Yeah, probably Big T. Jazz Bear on the back 9,
I'm not familiar with Jazz Bear's golf game, but I'm sure it's, good in and outside of the suit.
And this game brought to you by National Auto Plaza, where you can find the best deals on the best cars, trucks, and SUVs with our legendary $3,500 rebate. This game also brought to you by where Garrett's going post-game, Taco Bell. Taco Bell, where fans and flavor come together. Live Moss and enjoy the game. And just like our friend Trevor Allen, score big with Taco Bell and Live Moss. Delicious flavors keep your spirits high. And Trevor Allen is going to go post-game maybe and enjoy some Taco Bell. I know his wife would probably, I think your wife enjoys Taco Bell, right, Trevor?
I'm craving a Baja Blast all of a sudden. You got me. You got it in my head now. I might just have to stop by.
Yeah, I know what I'm doing. A Baja Blast on the house. Trevor Allen doing a great job producing this game for us, and we appreciate all that he does here with KSL as we emerge to the fourth quarter. And back to under center. This might be the first time today Keppa's been under center. And no play action. He's going to roll right. Floods the pocket, fires towards the end zone. Incomplete, intended for Mayberry, but flags fly on the play.
Keppa rolled very quickly out of the pocket, looking desperately for an open man in the end zone. But we are going to see what this penalty brings up here for the offense.
Okay. Holding on the defense. It's going to be on number 35. Gunnar Michaelis. And they move it half the distance to the goal, to the 2-yard line, GT.
Yeah, tough penalty there, putting him half the distance to the goal.
And that's a red carpet touchdown run for Sean Tahi. No one in his way, and he basically waltzes into the end zone for 6.
We've talked about it all night long, but Tahi is just having himself a night. For someone who has, shared backfield responsibilities with their RB1, Sam Wright, he is playing like their primary back tonight and just showing no signs of slowing down as we start the at the beginning of the fourth quarter here.
As Carr is perfect on the point after. And GT 42-21, Cavemen lead. We're going to step aside for a message from our sponsor, Burt Brothers. Stay with us, 30 seconds. We'll be right back.
At Skin Science Institute, we offer top-tier educational experience in aesthetics, including the finest facility, the most comprehensive curriculum, and a team of highly experienced professionals. We take pride in our fun and exciting culture to give our students a positive learning environment while training on the best machinery the industry has to offer. We ensure our graduates not only receive the best education, but also step into their careers with confidence thanks to our robust job placement support. Start your journey as an esthetician today. Our monthly start dates and financial aid opportunities make it easy to jump in. Visit our website at www.skinscienceinstitute.com to schedule a tour and enroll now.
Run the ball.
As they kick off here, Carr boots this one to the 3. It's going to be fielded. And taken to the 17-yard line. And decent run back for Cade Wilkinson. And GT, you were just talking about the 2015 Super Bowl, weren't you?
Yeah, Seattle Seahawks, tough loss to the New England Patriots. Not sure what we were thinking, trying to pass when we were, 2 inches away from the end zone. And we have Marshawn Lynch, one of the best running backs in recent memory, certainly in the NFL. Could have gone beast mode, but decided to lose. But we got one Super Bowl.
You did. You got one. As what a tackle that time by number 9, Junior Tahi. And there's a loss of yards for Madden Jensen. But GT, you said really a great opportunity to win a Super Bowl there. Your second in a row. And the Jared Butler infamous interception.
You are bringing up some very bad memories for me, but it happened, and I respect Tom Brady's legacy, certainly.
As that one thrown to the sideline, that's caught for close to a first down. And Will Mine, looks like they're going to give it to him, a first down for Will Mine. And some positive light here for the American Fork offense. So we're 1st and 10. And handoff to Madden Jensen, gain of 1. And obviously now in the game at quarterback, no longer Gaisford, and they brought in QB2, number 18, Capono Manuela, who's played pretty well here.
He has, and you know, regardless of the outcome, I think this is a great opportunity for him to get some solid reps against what is currently the #1 team in the state of Utah. Tall hill. It's not over till it's all over. Obviously, you know, big hill to climb, but he's been doing pretty well out there given the circumstances.
He avoids the sack, flushes the pocket, and finds Cade Wilkinson for a completion. Wilkinson stays on his feet and works his way to the 50-yard line.
What a great job scrambling there by Manuela. Stayed on his feet, avoided the sack, and found Wilkinson downfield. Under pressure, getting it done here for the Cavemen, and that is more than enough for a first down.
Athletic play by Capono. Here he is, Manuela. Zips one down the sideline and into double coverage. Jaden Mayberry was there. Intended for Wilkinson.
I thought that was a pretty solid look. Obviously, throwing into double coverage is tough for any QB, but, you know, no gain, no loss.
They got 9 minutes and 54 seconds, Garrett, to pull off a miracle here. We've seen it been done before. Never say never.
Anything can happen, you know. Any given Friday.
Capono hands that one off, and Jensen works his way to the 44-yard line. 6-yard gain. Jensen's had a better second half here. GT's starting to pick it up.
He really has, yeah. The ground game seems to be doing better with Capono Manuela under center rather than Gaisford. And Gaisford started this game very well. The team started hot. But, you know, 3 interceptions, you know, fumble that got recovered by the defense. It was just a tough situation for them.
As he takes a snap, avoids the pressure and slides at the 39-yard line. Manuela's going to get the first down. So another first down for the Caveman offense. And here we go. Here it comes again, GT. Here we go, 39-yard line, 8:45 in the clock. Capono, play action. Fires right to Cade Wilkinson, and Wilkinson rolls his way to the 38. Great tackle. And ball pursuit by Calvin Liava.
Quite the hill to climb, but you know, like you said earlier, Mike, this game is very much still up for grabs. And it's been great to see American Fork's offense, you know, improve as this second half has gone on. Now, obviously, with Lone Peak, their offense hasn't slowed down a bit. So it's been tough to get back into this game, but they are doing their best out here.
Capono floods the pocket, takes it on the run, and he's going to get to the 31-yard line, and a nice hit out of bounds. Cade Hansen on the tackle. Capono. Manuela hands off to Jensen, and Madden Jensen gets the first down.
lines up the middle of it, and is tackled at the 29-yard line. It's enough for a Cavemen first down.
And here it comes again, GT. We're going to get the nice jingle again, aren't we?
I think so.
Garrett and I develops a little dance up here in the booth every time they do that. It's kind of fun.
I do like the band's first down tune.
It's great. Cade Wilkinson makes the play. Nice catch off of a laser from Capono. Capono's been really good here, GT.
He really has, and Wilkinson is still doing a great job in the slot for the Cavemen.
Cade Wilkinson into today's 6 touchdowns. He did 7th here today, and a beautiful fade route back of the end zone. And the 2nd and 4. Capono fakes the handoff, play action, rolls right, floods the pocket, takes it himself. Nice little cutback and works his way to the 10-yard line.
Capono Manuela taking a page out of Kepa's book and has decided to run quite a bit on this drive and picking up some all-purpose yards for the Cavemen, and they are in the red zone as we speak.
.6:15 on the clock, rather. Play action. And he's got to avoid the sack. He can't do it. And Capono was sacked in the backfield by Cade Hansen, having himself a day.
The Knights had 4 guys rush, and it's a successful blitz for him. Capono unable to avoid the sack, but he has done a very good job scrambling outside the pocket today. And still in good shape here.
Manuela on the 2nd and long. Fires towards the end zone, and it's caught at the 1-yard line. What a play. Cade Wilkinson, an athletic play, nearly a touchdown. And they have it at the 1-yard line with 5:24 to go.
And so there was a timeout there.
They will call a timeout with 5:17 to go. Lone Peak. And it's looking pretty good here for Lone Peak. But GT, I mean, got your timeouts here. You got 3 timeouts, GT. I mean, this game's not over yet.
No, it isn't. And with American Fork at the 1-yard line here, they are obviously in a great position to score. And if they do, Lone Peak is not going to stop here. They'll be down they'll be down a couple touchdowns, and obviously have a lot of work to do on the defensive end. Sounds like it, right? Yeah. All the
All right, here we go from the 1-yard line. And another stoppage in play. And then GT, I think this is a good time to let you know this game is brought to you by Robin Capital. partnering in your peace of mind through planning and investment management, just like you, GT. You're a good investment manager, aren't you?
Of my own, I guess, yeah. You know, do my best.
You love Skin Science, too. We know that. Skin Science, the presenting sponsor of Lone Peak Football. Start your journey as an assistant today. Visit www.skinscienceinstitute.com to schedule a tour and enroll now. As here we go from the 1 yard line. And a handoff up the middle. Oh, great job by this defense. As Jensen was stopped at the 1 yard line.
Yeah, Jensen went nowhere on that one. Very good stop by Lone Peak's D-line there.
Very hard to see numbers, GT, so trying to make out who exactly was on the tackle.
Yeah.
Nonetheless, the brick wall of this Lone Peak defense standing strong. From the 1. And play action pass. Manuela to the end zone and touchdown Cavemen. And Will Mine, the senior, keeps his team in the game with a 1 yard reception touchdown.
Yeah, the Cavemen needed that one. And they can sink this extra point. They'll be down 2 scores. And, making it a 2-score game with only 4:32 left in the fourth, obviously a very tough hill to climb. But, I've been very good to watch this American Fork team kind of bounce back a little bit with Manuela under center.
As the point after from Connect was money. 4:32 to go. And the Knights still obviously very much so in the driver's seat. All they got to do is run the ball a few times and send Trevor Allen home. We will step aside here, folks, for a message from our proud sponsor, Burt Brothers.
At Skin Science Institute, we offer top-tier educational experience in aesthetics, including the finest facility, the most comprehensive curriculum, and a team of highly experienced professionals. We take pride in our fun and exciting culture to give our students a positive learning environment while training on the best machinery the industry has to offer. We ensure our graduates not only receive the best education, but also step into their careers with confidence thanks to our robust job placement support. Start your journey as an esthetician today. Our monthly start dates and financial aid opportunities make it easy to jump in. Visit our website at www.skinscienceinstitute.com to schedule a tour and enroll now.
We welcome you back to beautiful American Fork High School. Mike Goodkind, Garrett Thompson for the finale of this one. And they're going to run the onside kick. Oh, what a hit. As I believe that was recovered by Lone Peak.
Big hit by American Fork special teams right there. But Lone Peak is able to recover the onside kick, and I anticipate them running the ball out here and burning some clock as this game comes to a close.
And GT, what an up and down ride it's been for this American Fork offense. 2 straight touchdowns out the gate. Things were looking really good. And since then, they managed to score 2 touchdowns, but it was 5 straight for the Lone Peak Knights, which pretty much turn the lights off in this game.
Yeah, absolutely. Lone Peak really turned it up on offense after the first quarter. And, American Fork, despite starting very strong, turned the ball over 3 times and 4 times. 3 interceptions, 1 fumble. And it was just too much, unfortunately. And those turnovers gave Lone Peak the advantage to, really run the ball starting from a favorable spot on the field. And they have not let up since.
Sam Wright on the carry. He gained 4 on the play, and Lone Peak and the Knights will just pretty much run this clock out after the onside kick. Kepa hands it off, and he was stopped right at the line. Wright was. And nice tackle by number 65, Jay Bayanaya. Into today, he had 17 tackles. But GT, we talked to Coach Beam before the game. He seemed pretty optimistic. And again, the energy was great out the gates for this American Fork team. Forcing turnovers, they pretty much took the wind right out of the Knights' sails. And it was looking really good early. We thought this might be an upset, and then again, there was a delay of game, and ever since that delay of game, it's been all night football.
Yeah, American Fork and company have had a similar game like the one that we've seen here tonight. Talked about that with Coach Beam earlier today. Earlier this season, they were up 20-6 at half against Orem, and they ended up losing. And they've lost a couple of tough, close games since then. But, this is yet another example of, giving up an early lead.
Deep down the field. What a catch by Mayberry. And a beautiful late game touchdown throw for Kepa to Deshaun Mayberry to put the icing on the cake.
What a cannon by Kepa. Just a phenomenal throw there. And Deshaun Mayberry, relatively quiet tonight. He did have a big reception prior to that touchdown right there. But yeah, what a run and just a great throw by Kepa. He's been doing a phenomenal job throwing the ball long tonight. And, he's really comfortable doing anything that the defense lets him. If they show him one thing, then he'll do another. And he's been reading them very well.
It just occurred to me, Garrett, isn't it crazy that the NFL PAT was from the same distance as high school?
Yeah.
For a long period of time.
For a long period of time it was. For kickers like Brandon Aubrey and Chris Boswell and Justin Tucker, those guys are nailing 50-yarders in their sleep. So, right. Kicking an extra point from 20 yards out just seems a little absurd.
I had a buddy at BU. His name was Magnus Benediktsson. He was a soccer player.
What a name!
Yeah, oh yeah. He was from Iceland, and we went out to Boston College one day, and he was barefoot. It's like let's kick some field goals. We went right to the 30-yard line. Kid's never kicked a football before in his life, and just barefoot nailed a 40-yarder. Again, no defense, but some people just have it in them, man.
Soccer players, rugby players. At every level, they make solid kickers, whether that's being a place kicker or a punter. We saw it with Mitch Wisnowski. He played for the U. He plays for the Niners now. He played Australian rules football, and now he plays in the NFL after a very successful career with the Utah Utes football team.
Could you hit a field goal?
Outside of 25, probably not. I'm confident that I can still hit a 20-yarder, but I haven't tried since high school, so it's been a little while. Might have to get on College Game Day with Pat McAfee and crew and see if...
Maybe I'll put in a word, GT.
Yeah.
Wilkinson takes it out to the 25-yard line. And American Fork can at least put some stats on the board here. As this American Fork team, again, lost 40 seniors since last year. And just trying to put the pieces of the puzzle together. As Capono tried to avoid the sack, did, and then eventually was taken down for the sack. And it was the senior defensive end, Jude Mulatalo, on the sack, his first of the season. Gotta be a good feeling.
And Manuela having a tough time making quick, easy reads when he's under pressure by the defense. But still doing a solid job.
As he fires that one. Cut you off there, GT. Fired that one over the middle, incomplete. And that was intended for Taisi. And 2:53 to go here. That pass to the sideline, and it's caught off a Capono laser by Cade Wilkinson. Garrett and I have some fun up here in the booth. We have a good time.
Tough fourth down here. Obviously, you have to go for it. Or sorry, they're punting it. But
they will punt it on 4th and long. And a decent punt.
Did not glance at the chains, but yeah. Tough 3 and out there for the Cavemen.
Madden Jensen, though, gets it to the 26-yard line, and we'll probably see some handoffs here, and that'll be the game, GT.
Yeah, I think so. Just another great performance by Lone Peak, illustrating why they are the #1 ranked team in the state of Utah, ranked number 34 nationally, according to MaxPreps.com. We are not affiliated, sponsored, or partnered with them in any way, but each team typically updates their stats weekly on Max Preps, so just make sure to check those out for all your up-to-date stats.
As Sam Wright rushes here for 3 yards. And the clock ticking here, down to 1:47. And American Fork will pretty much just let this thing go here. 1:26 to go. And hand it off again here. And he barrels his way to a first down. And Sean Tahi pretty much ends the game with that. Clock runs down to 1:10, 70 seconds left. And we'll probably have time for 2 more snaps here. GT, but it's been a fun night. Good atmosphere here.
Very good atmosphere. One of the best that we've been a part of so far, I think. But yeah, another tough loss for American Fork. That'll bring them to 0-2 in region play and 2-5 through 7 weeks. And on the flip side, Lone Peak will improve to 6-1 and 2-0 in region play. They are duking it out with Corner Canyon. Corner Canyon also in the top 5 in the state rankings, and yeah, I think both teams are going to see each other in the state playoffs. So definitely looking forward to that. But in the meantime, just a phenomenal job by Lone Peak. Played about as well as we thought they would, and then some. And you know, tough loss for American Fork, but you know they had their moments, and you know, I think this team is going to bounce back in a big way as the season rolls on, and you know, league play continues.
Well,